The 1 minute is still extremely choppy. No clear levels for us. So again, we're going to be very patient today. Only looking for A plus setups. If our A plus setups don't show up, we don't take a trade. If they show up, we look for a solid entry, we get involved. Again, not much action right now. Not much action at market open. We had that big drop during that news. We grabbed two liquidity levels on both sides, on buy side and sell side. So I think we're just kind of waiting around for our next move here. How are you guys doing? You guys have a good rest of your day yesterday? Anybody end up holding on to those longs from yesterday during prop firm session? Or anybody get back into the longs yesterday? I looked back at the market and I saw that they eventually did pump. Well, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I mean, the longs were insane yesterday. Insane. It's such a funny concept to me that as an economy, we can see our country struggling so much in the US, but we can see our market still pumping, going to all-time highs, right? I think it's such a funny thing. As of right now, I'm keeping normal size. We'll see what kind of price action we eventually get. If we continue to have bad price action, I will size down. But again, if we do have bad price action, I'm probably not going to be looking to take trades. So yeah, I would agree. I'm trading a larger live account. The Boston Tea Party. Oh man. Yeah, I mean it is crazy, guys. I don't like to get too much into politics, but again, it's like we are in a very interesting place in the U.S., and I think it is good to talk about, just to be aware and to understand what's going on in the U.S. and what's going on around the world. And this is a very very interesting time we're living in right now. This whole year is going to be a crazy year. I mean, we can already see everything that's going on around the world. Um, all I can do is pray for the well-being of all human beings. Pray that God has a plan, and just try to help the people around me. Right? That's my goal. If I can't make an impact, if I can't make an impact around the world, if I can't change anything about war or U.S. politics. But the things I can control, I know that I can help the people around me. I know that I can be a loving person. So just focusing on those things that I can control. Yeah, ES took out the Asia high finally, so we'll see if we're gonna start to get that reversal. All right, we have the SMT divergence now. So we're kind of sitting around VWAP here. Good morning. All right, we're starting to get that drop. Starting to get that drop. We'll see if there's any continuation. All right, our 15-minute just closed, kind of just dead even. We're still in the middle of this range right now. So I still want to be very patient. Oh, I actually just saw a clip about that of the El Salvador president. He's done a lot of amazing things over there, it looks like. I agree with you, AZ Sunshine. I agree with that. I mean, that's my beliefs. God is in control. All we can do with our anxiety and with our fear is give it to God. Okay, so we're getting that drop now. We're starting to see that break of structure. We had that SMT at the highs. Looks like we're gonna try to get a little drop here. Again, I want to trust the 5 and the 15-minute time frame. I want to be looking at those time frames more. But as we start to see the 1-minute break structure here and get a market structure shift, you know, I'm starting to look at the 1 minute. But again, I still want to see the 5-minute time frame come close below these lows, come close below this low. We don't want to get caught in manipulation. We don't want to get caught in these fake out moves. So we have that 1-minute imbalance above. Again, we came right down to the bottom of that range again. So I'm still not looking to jump into a trade just yet. All right, if you were really aggressive and you wanted to see that market reversal happen right now, this is where you would start to look for shorts. Would be up in this 1-minute imbalance below VWAP. Again, I don't like taking them just yet, just because we see that strong bounce off the bottom of that range. We still haven't seen this 5-minute close. All right, because here's the deal, guys. If we are going to reverse today, we're going to have a lot of points to still catch. We're still going to have a lot of points to catch. We've got a lot of imbalance below to fill. And we can see this 4-hour range. It's a very big range here. This 1-hour range is a very big range. So I'm not worried about missing out on points. I'm all I care about is making sure we're catching the right entries. So I mean, we can look from this swing low to the swing high over here. If this becomes a swing high in the hourly, our 0.5 is all the way down here. So we still have, if we're going to get that reversal, we still have a long ways that price could be retracing to. So I'm not worried about, like I said, if we miss out on the original move, I'm not worried about it. I'm really just waiting for that confirmation on this 5-minute time frame. We can see this 5-minute really dropping, really displacing these lows, then we're going to be good. Okay, so we're starting to see that. All right, we have this 1-minute order block here. It could be another short entry off this 1-minute order block. All right, look at this 1-minute order block here. So now those shorts are starting to look real good here. And you got to be careful once we take out liquidity down below. Like once we take out this level, let me use this. Just got to be aware of that we've been ranging all day, so we could see some kind of move right back up after we take out this liquidity level. Again, I'm really keeping my eye on this 5-minute time frame. It looks like a reversal is setting up. Looks like these shorts are trying to step in here. We had that major SMT at the highs, and ES finally went and grabbed that liquidity above. I'm just still really waiting for that confirmation. So that's a strong 5-minute close. We didn't see displacement, but we're starting to see that move down. Again, this 1-minute order block could be a decent entry level. Could be a decent entry level. I just don't like that we haven't displaced this low yet. We haven't truly gotten a market structure shift. So again, I'm not looking to rush into a trade. But if you were looking to, to be very aggressive and you do think you don't want to wait for a market structure shift, you'd be looking for entries, like I said, off that 1 minute fair value gap, off this 1 minute order block. But look how aggressive we're pumping up right now. All right, so I'm not really looking just to jump into a trade just yet. I am okay with waiting, guys. I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush to get into a trade. Okay, especially when we come back down to the bottom of the range, when we've been ranging up and down all morning, and we haven't seen displacement of this low yet. That's what I'm looking for, is displacement of this low. That's a true market structure shift. All right, we've gotten that break of structure, taking out these lows. But now closing below this low would be that market structure shift, would give me that conviction that we are getting a reversal. So that's why I'm just being patient. Just waiting. No need to rush here. We're buying on ES. Yeah, I mean, ES is still sitting up at these highs. We're still sitting above VWAP on ES as well. ES has not broken structure down though. Let's look at what the VIX is doing here. We're seeing the VIX starting to pump a little bit. Let me check out the Dow. Let me check out YM here. Okay, wow. YM is pumping like crazy right now. YM's taking out all the highs. Again, we got a lot of pullback on YM. Still not up near those all-time highs. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Let's see. I do like that the VIX is pumping though. Looks like we're starting to get another reaction back down. Again, I'm okay with waiting for this next 5 minute candle to close here. I want to see this 5 minute close below this low. If we can close below this low on the 5 minute, nice displacement move, I'll really be looking for shorts. That's when we got to start looking for where are our TP levels. All right, we just start looking at these swing lows here. Our internal liquidity levels. If we're going to drop, we're obviously not seeing us displace right now. All right, but just think about it, guys. We still have, like, even if we wait for us to take out this low, we still have a lot of reward to the downside, right? There's just no reason to rush. Okay, if we form this 5 minute order block here in the next minute, right, I'd be starting to look at this imbalance above. Or if we can close below, I'm starting to look at more entries down here. We still got a minute until close of this 5 minute candle. We can see ES is trying to come down and close below VWAP here, getting some stronger movement down. So let's just see how we close. All right, we have this 5 minute imbalance above. 5 minute SIBI here. Still not wanting to displace that low though. Okay, so now we have an order block with the fair value gap above on the 5 minute. We'll see if we want to go tap into that. The SIBI is a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. It's just a bearish fair value gap. It's just an easier way to say bearish fair value gap. Okay, we're about to have this hourly close, so we'd also want to see this hourly, close below either our previous hour or at least close below these previous lows with displacement. Same thing on the 15 and the 5 minute. Like I said, if you were being very aggressive, this 1 minute order block up here would have been that entry, but you can see we have not really moved much from the order block yet. But we're looking like we're preparing to really get a strong move down. That YM is still pumping like crazy. But NQ to me is still looking very bearish. But again, we just took out that liquidity level. So key liquidity here. Now we have to be careful if this is going to reverse right back to the upside. All right, or if we're going to get that continuation down. Okay, so we have just about 3 minutes left until this 5 minute, 15-minute, hourly, all these candles close. Looks like we're starting to get a little bit more movement down. Again, that entry from this 1 minute order block, pretty good so far if you did take that. Still don't love the entry just because we've been chopping and we didn't get that displacement. That's why you didn't see me take it. But every time we take out a level of liquidity like this, you have to be careful. Be aware of a possible reversal back to the other side when we're in a range like this. Okay, so let's see if we get that displacement. All right, and we can see we don't have any external liquidity on the sell side all the way down until the swing low on the hourly. All the way down here, right? So we don't have a lot of external sell side liquidity. The only external buy side we see is the all-time highs. So really we're looking to target our internal liquidity, which is these swing lows down here, right? Those are those levels we're looking to target for the shorts. Okay, they're starting to look a lot better. We still have a minute and a half left on these candles. Let's see if we can close with displacement. All right, then that's when we start to look at this 5 minute order block here as resistance, as an entry level. Okay, so far that 1 minute OB entry looks pretty nice. I don't know if anybody took it. So let's see how we're gonna close here. We got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Yeah, ES is now dropping pretty good. Let's see if we want to displace this hourly imbalance here. We close below that. We don't have another hourly imbalance until all the way down here. Alright, so just waiting for this close in about 30 seconds. I mean, we're closing with displacement pretty good here after grabbing buy side liquidity. So these shorts are starting to look pretty good. Yeah, this hourly is going to close below. Look at that. All right. Very strong displacement on all of our time frames here. All right, so I'm really looking for shorts now. Now we're going into silver bullet hour. So now I'm starting to look at these low 1 minute imbalances and order blocks as entry levels, as long as we get reactions off of them, or waiting for us to retrace into that 5 minute order block. Let's see what kind of reaction we get here. Still haven't gotten an entry yet. I do want to see if we're going to get a little bit more retracement into that 5 minute. Very strong bullish candle here. Don't want to look to jump in the shorts on a strong bullish candle. Really want to wait for a good reaction off this imbalance. So I'm still not liking the shorts just yet. We'll see what kind of reaction we get here. Let's look at the 5 minute. Looks like we're trying to pump up a little bit. So this is why I have not gotten an entry yet. We're getting too strong of bullish momentum right now. Just waiting to see once we go retest or go test this 5 minute bearish order block. I mean, this is a pretty strong bullish candle right now, so just being very patient here. Let's look at our 4-hour time frame. I mean, we had a great 4-hour close here. And we are just pumping right back up. I'm still looking for shorts ultimately. Just got to see what kind of reaction we get off this 5 minute. We have that 5 minute imbalance still resting above. I don't necessarily want to see us go all the way back up to that. Yeah, we're getting a strong pump here. All right, ranging day to day so far. We finally saw that breakout. We finally saw a market structure shift. So I do want to see the shorts come back in. But we haven't had any down close candles. We've had 4 pretty strong bullish candles in a row, going up into the 50% of that 5 minute bearish order block. SMT at the lows with NQNES. Okay, this 5 minutes about to close. Looks like we're starting to get that little bit of a reaction off of it now. I'm just still waiting. Still waiting. Alright, we still have that 5 minute imbalance above. Okay, nice reaction off that 5-minute order block so far. Again, I'm okay with waiting. Not getting chopped up by the 1-minute time frame. Looks like we might want to pump up into that 5-minute. So, I mean, yeah, the hourly close with strong displacement, displacing this 1 hour fair value gap. We do have the 4-hour imbalance here we can see us bouncing from. Still being patient. Need to see a very good reaction off that order block for me to want to jump back and to want to jump into the shorts in general. Let's see what the VIX is doing now. VIX is kind of just not really moving much, kind of sitting in the middle. YM is starting to drop a little bit, but still we saw crazy bullish displacement on YM. Right, which is the Dow futures, guys, if you're not aware. Alright, so I'm just kind of waiting to see. We're just chilling right around that 0.5 of our, that equilibrium of our 5-minute order block. Still nothing I love right now. Alright, I mean, NQ is showing weakness at this order block. It's showing resistance. Looking like we want to drop here. Yeah, exactly. A lot of SMT at the lows. Right, and ES came down, did not take out that low, while NQ did. Took out this low right here. Very strong 5-minute bullish candle on that one. But we're still seeing a nice reaction. Nice resistance off this 5-minute. Yeah, there was big SMT at the highs, and that's when we saw that drop. But then we get SMT at the lows, and we see us go right back up. So I still want to see this reaction back down. Just waiting for a good entry. See that 5-minute closed. Looks like our 5-minute closed bearish with a nice reaction. I'm just being careful because we have that imbalance still on the 5-minute above that order block. Again, I don't want to see us go all the way up there. Yeah, exactly. Yes, imbalance. A fair value gap is an imbalance. All right, so when you see me say SIBI or busy, it's the SIBI is a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and a busy is a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So it's just a fair value gap. Okay, so we're just chopping again. Yes, exactly. Okay, so we have this little 5-minute range, right? This high to this low. 0.5 we've already reached. All right, but we have that fair value gap up above that we might be going to target. Yeah, I heard about that. Texas making its own stock exchange. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what companies are going to be involved in that. There you go, G Money. I bet you Mark Cuban has something to do with that. Alright, guys, so we're still just being patient. We're still sitting and respecting that equilibrium of the 5-minute. 15-minute is getting, we're obviously getting a lot of retracement back up. Retesting the bottom of that range. Looks like we might form a little bit of a 15-minute fair value gap above, depending on how we close here. We're still not moving too much right now. I do like that ES is getting a lot of long wicks up. Still respecting VWAP, sitting below it. Nice, I love it, G Money. That's discipline right there. So we got 1 minute until this 15 and 5-minute candle close. We can see on the 15 it looks like we're forming a little fair value gap just above. We already have that fair value gap on the 5-minute. But again, that's a very strong bullish 15-minute candle there. Still haven't closed above that equilibrium of our 5-minute order block. Yes, exactly. Exactly, AZ Sunshine. Just that's that extra confluence. Okay, so let's see if the 15-minute wants to go touch into that gap there. Grab some buy side liquidity up top right here. And then get that drop, right? VWAP is right in that gap. Looks like price is trying to go target that level. Just waiting. I mean, the shorts still to me look good. Why is my trading view bugging out? They still look good, but we're just chopping. So I'm not gonna get an entry in this chop. I want to wait for either for us to come up and grab that buy side liquidity first, or for us to start seeing a nice drop and then get some pullback and then be able to get an entry. Okay, so now we're starting to see that drop. See if there's any follow through. Nope, no follow through. So I mean, yeah, so far I haven't really loved too much. The only trade I've called out is that 1 minute order block here. That was a good trade, right, for whoever took it. But yeah, besides that, there's still been nothing. Okay, I'm liking that drop there. Just want to see maybe a displacement of this low. Fair value got formed here on the 1 minute, right? And then looking at the 5 minute, we're seeing that drop. But again, every time we try to drop, we're just seeing pullback. We're staying in this range. And that's why, yeah, that's why another reason I wanted to see us target that 5 minute is seeing VWAP sitting right at that 5 and 15 minute imbalance. For us to trade up to that, get a nice rejection, and be able to catch the shorts back down. But again, we still have not disrespected that equilibrium of the 5 minute order block. A lot of wicks ups showing that resistance. 1 minute fair value gap forming here. Order block. See if we want to go test this here. Still no displacement of this low though. No displacement of this range. So I want to see a nice reaction off that gap. Okay, we're seeing a nice reaction off that 1 minute. Still just haven't displaced that low. So I still don't have all the conviction here. See, I mean, I want to see these shorts come in, but we're just not seeing enough right now. Not seeing enough. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, a little bit. It's not a very clear bearish breaker, but it's technically is still a breaker. So this down close candle would be that breaker, right? But it's just now finding that entry here that we like. So 5 minute just closed, came right back up. Like I said, shorts are still what I want to see come in. I just don't trust that 1 minute time frame enough to be shorting off that 1 minute fair value gap right now. And you guys can see why. We still haven't displaced this low here. Alright, so that target for the shorts would be this low down here, this low down here. Okay, they're starting to look pretty good. We're just not seeing any kind of follow through. Every time we try to go down, we just bounce right back up. It just depends. I mean, if we start dropping, then I'm really just looking at that 1 minute time frame to start finding entries. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the big day. Tomorrow's going to be the big day with NFP. I mean, so far all we've seen is chop. We've seen that one move down and then just chopping ever since. Previous all-time high acting as a big support level. It could act as a support level. So far, we haven't touched back into it just yet. We could definitely see that we could definitely see it act as support. Right, probably a lot of orders sitting at that level. So I'm really just waiting to see, like, are the 5 and the 15 going to go try to tap into those imbalances? And we're going to get a reaction. So far, just no levels that I've wanted to enter off of. And we can see we're not respecting. This is why I don't trust those 1 minute time frames, especially because we didn't even get 1 minute displacement of that low. So I at least want to see us come touch into that 5 minute above. And like, if we don't see anything good, I won't be trading. Okay, so now we're touching to that 5 minute. Let's see if we're gonna get a reaction off of it. Let's see if we want to get some major SMT at the highs. Maybe ES wants to go back up to those all-time highs. All right, pretty strong 1 minute bullish candles there. So we need to see a lot of reaction off that 5 minute. $15-minute getting tapped into as well. I want to see the 5 minute come back down and close down here. I mean, it can still close inside of that gap and we can still be good. Yeah, not a very strong reaction so far. Starting to see a better reaction here. Still very ranging, like just ranging behavior here in our market. I'm liking that reaction though off that 5 minute. Again, what we did do is we created a bullish order block and we pumped right through, displacing it. Now we're retesting. We're testing that order block. Let's see. Okay, are these shorts going to come in? Are we going to be able to find a good entry? Yeah, 2-minute imbalance below that 2-minute order block. 1-minute imbalance down here. So still bouncing off those levels. We might see the longs try to step back in. Again, I'm not really necessarily looking to take the longs here. We're still, guys, even though we displaced down here, we're still just chilling, like right back into that range, right back into that Asia and London range. Right, not seeing really any real breakouts. So again, guys, it's just that my mindset of sitting on the sideline until the coach calls our name, until we're called into the game. Not rushing. We're not subbing ourselves into the game. We're waiting for coach to call us in here. We're about to get a close on the 5-minute. Right, so we're still the 15-minute. We're still bouncing off that fair value gap there. Five-minute, we're still seeing a bounce, but I don't love that 5-minute structure because we can see us bouncing off that 5-minute order block below, the bullish order block. And again, not looking to take a trade until we just see clear confirmation. Okay, let's see how that 15-minute closed. 15-minute close, still respecting that imbalance. 5-minute still looking a little bit bullish. That's why I'm just waiting. Just waiting to see an aggressive drop, close below the lows, get some retracement. Let's go back to the VIX. VIX is dropping a little bit. YM is dropping. There's just a lot of divergence between our markets. Yeah, I mean, overall, I do want to see us drop. It's just waiting for that, when that's going to happen. All right, we got our market structure shift. We got our displacement there. You can see on the hourly, swept the highs, displaced the lows, displaced this fair value gap. 4 hour still is bouncing off that bullish imbalance. Okay, so we're going to need to see a reaction off this 5 minute if shorts are going to come in. We're going to need to start seeing a bounce. If not, looks like longs are going to try to pump back to all-time highs. Yeah, that's a nice reaction there. So we're seeing this level. We're definitely getting a lot of reaction off of this level up here. We can see that when we touched into it, we came right back down. We touched into it again, we come right back down. It's just that our structure still looks a little too bullish right now. On the 1 minute, on that 5 minute. But like I was saying, right, we use our fib on this 5 minute range. I'm not looking to long up in the premium. I'm only looking to short up in the premium. Well, if we look at the 5 minute, we've made lower high, lower low, lower low. So we just need to see us make another lower high. Again, got to see that reaction off this 5 minute, off the 15 minute. The hourly is very bullish as of right now. So nothing I'm loving. So I'm not going to take a trade until I see something I really want to take. If I don't see anything I love, if I don't see an A+ setup, then I won't trade. Alright, especially thinking about this, guys. If tomorrow is going to be a very big day that's going to offer a ton of reward for us, today I'd rather not, throw away capital for no reason. I'd rather not throw away money for no reason. Just preserve that capital for a huge day tomorrow. Now, I'm not saying I won't trade today. If we see a good setup, I'll still take it. But if we're just going to range up and down, I'm not really going to look to take a lot of trades, or maybe not take any. Okay, we're still getting a reaction off that 5 minute. 15 minutes still inside of that fair value gap. ES is starting to drop here. YM is pulling all the way back. The VIX is pumping a little bit, but guys, we can see all the divergence in our markets right now. Yeah, we're not really seeing anything clean on NQ yet. I mean, look, if we really had our bias in the longs, right? There's maybe this one long I would have taken off that 5-minute bullish order block. But again, my bias is not in the longs after seeing strong displacement of these lows. Was really looking for the shorts to continue after seeing that negative news come out this morning. So I wasn't really looking for these longs to step in like this. We are really pumping, going back to those highs. So now what I would want to see is, what do we do once we sweep those highs? Yes, unemployment claims. So again, if we're going to range all day like this, I would be looking to see what we do once we sweep our buy-side liquidity up top. And if we're going to start reversing back down, I would just like to short it back to the bottom of the range. Especially if we get SMT. Especially if ES stays below the highs up here. And NQ comes up and sweeps them. Yeah, I mean, there's still no trades so far that I would have taken. I would want to take. And that's fine. I mean, if you know, got to sit on my hands, I'll sit on my hands. It's one of those weeks where I came into this week expecting that we might not take a ton of trades. Let's see if this 5-minute wants to close above the imbalance. So it looks like we closed above here. So barely displaced that 5-minute. Yeah, I agree. It's just so much. It's such a, for me. It's just so much better. Just the bad habits that form when you're over trading are really bad. They can get really bad when you're taking so many trades. Yeah, you let your emotions. It's almost impossible to not let your emotions take over when you're just jumping in and out of trades like crazy. So I mean, for me, the less the better. as long as those setups that you're taking are solid risk to reward, solid A plus setups, then yeah, to me there's no need to be taking a ton of trades. Okay guys, so at this point I'm just waiting to see if we're going to go grab buy side liquidity at the top and get some SMT. We can see ES is heading back down again. Alright, see if we want to get that liquidity sweep at the highs and then get a reversal. I don't like reversing the range when we haven't taken liquidity on one side. Like let's say even if we're bouncing off the 5-minute order block, I don't like taking the shorts from up here. Even if we're seeing that bounce, especially when we disrespect the bearish imbalance. I like when we're in these ranges, I'd like to see us at least sweeping liquidity first. I mean, we'll see if we want to create a lower high. Maybe we'll head back down. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of divergence. Yeah, there's no trades right now that I wanna take. It might be one of those days where we don't see a nice setup until like near lunch hour. It might be one of those days. I mean, unless you had that long bias and you were in the longs from down here. Besides that, not really much. Pretty slow movement as well. So, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have been taking trades. If you have, hopefully you've been winning. Let me check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, so we got breaker structure on the 1 minute. Yeah, we retraced down to that 1 minute fair value gap. No, I mean, that's obviously, to me, it looks like a solid entry. You bought down below in a discount of the range. You waited for a pullback after seeing 1 minute displacement into a 1 minute fair value gap, right? So yeah, solid trade. Me personally, the reason you didn't see me take any longs is I'm thinking, okay, we trade into this bearish fair value gap, right? We get strong displacement on the 5, the 15, the hourly time frame. Wanting to see a reaction off of that, right? So just not a trade I was looking for, but that to me, that trade you took, I like it. I think it was a good setup. So right now, all I'm waiting for is to see if we're gonna sweep our buy side liquidity, and then see if we're gonna want to head right back down. It's very boring right now with all this slow price action. You gotta this requires a lot of patience. This requires a lot of self-control. No, you're good. No, it's a solid trade. Guys, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to help you guys become independent. That's my goal. That's my goal for you. And some people, obviously, that's not what you're looking for, because maybe that's you just want to come on here and you want to follow trades, and that's amazing, because that's also what I'm here to do, right? That's the service. But at the end of the day, for the people that are wanting to become independent, that's what I'm trying to help you do. And when I see you guys taking trades, and you show me why you took the trade, you show me your conviction. I love it, right? I love it. That's what I want to see. And I could care less if it's going against me, right? If your trade worked, that's what I want to see. Right? Now, it might be a little bit different if I'm in a trade and then someone's calling out like a reversal or something, or calling out something opposing. I probably won't really appreciate that too much, because it's just going to make people a little confused. But I do, like, I want to see you guys succeed, and I want to see your growth. So, yeah, don't ever like apologize for that. I see a lot of traders out there that have discords that it seems like they don't want to offer any real education. They don't want people to become independent. They want to rely on those people to just follow trades all the time. It's like, I want to offer both. I want to see you guys be able to become independent if you want to, but also give you that service of showing you the trades I'm taking. So if you want to just follow trades, you can do that. So that's what my goal is. And I see so many other traders that it just seems like they're trying to gatekeep so much information just to keep people, sticking around. It's like, I think that's a disservice to so many people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's so many people like that are still going to be a part of a community. Yeah, even if you are a great trader, it doesn't, like, it's still good to be a part of a community. Like 100%. I agree with that. 100%. The group hunt. The reason I wasn't looking for longs again is because I saw that displacement, right? I saw the displacement on the hourly, displacement a fair value gap. I saw the displacement on a 15, on a 30 minute, on a 5 minute, right? We got some negative news in the market. I wanted to see us retrace, right? So I was waiting to see if we were going to do that, okay? By the time we had already proven that we weren't going to do that, it was too late for me to jump into longs because we were already up here, right? So that's why. I love it, Shosky. Yeah, and then that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I mean, it's a community, right? I just want this to be a community where we are excited to talk to each other. We're excited to be here, excited to connect. Okay, we are seeing that rejection now off that 5-minute OB. You're right. Okay, so we're starting to see that drop here. So now it's, can we find a good entry? Do we see continuation? Are we going to bounce off that 5-minute? Man, you're too kind. Yeah, well, something to be aware of. Is this going to be a power of 3? Is this going to be a manipulation? Again, still short biased. Still want to see these shorts come in. We'll see if we can close below VWAP, and if we want to come back and test this fair value gap. Especially in this range, like we went to the top of the range. We see us reject off that order block at the top. I'm just kind of waiting to see. Again, I'm not looking to chase any shorts. I'm just waiting for an actual level to be able to short off of. Not just jumping into them. Not chasing. All right, we still have this 5-minute order block here. Bullish order block. Yeah, so John will be. He's figuring out some stuff on his end. We've been meeting a lot. We've been getting things figured out. So it's gonna look. We might not see him be able to join up until maybe the end of this month, maybe July. So it's a little bit of a delay, but he will be joining up. Okay, so we're trading into that 1 minute. Again, I just don't like how that 5-minute candle is looking. Look at that bounce we're seeing on the 5-minute. So yeah, we got to be aware of possible power of 3 manipulation move down, going up to grab that buy side at the top before getting a reversal. That's facts. Very true. Yeah, John, he's going to bring a lot of value to this community. You guys, yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, you guys will see. If Nas broke or wick 5-minute, but yes, is respecting. 5 minutes. Let's see. Which level are you talking about? Yeah, guys, I mean, he was, when I started this community, John was the first one on my mind to bring onto this team. All right, so it's looking like we're trying to go back up and grab that buy side up top. We're getting that power of 3. Again, like even if I wanted to jump in the longs right now, let's see even what the reward would be, right? Even if we think those longs are coming in. Let's see. I mean, we're going up here. There's decent reward. Decent reward for those longs. Might be able to scalp that. I do want to see these longs step into those highs. About to get an hourly close here. It's not a ton of reward for that trade. You can still catch a 2-to-1 though. Let's see, we're retesting. We're testing that inverse fair value gap there. I do kind of want to scalp these longs a little bit. Just need to see a good level to get in off of. We are bouncing off that inverse 1 minute. Yeah, and it's not a ton of reward, but it's still not too bad. You can still get about 90 ticks. If we can get an entry from down here. I still don't see an entry I love. If we start to pump, I might get an entry here. Probably just play it light. So, still waiting. Again, just looking at that 5 minute. Alright, we saw that pullback, bounce up the 5 minute order block. Looks like we're trying to go grab liquidity one more time. Go grab some highs. Alright, kind of stalling here. We are about to start that new hour. Kind of struggling here. Struggling to push through. See that 5 minute kind of drop in here. Going back down to VWAP. No, I'm not in a trade yet. If we do start to pump, I will try to just scalp these longs. Back up to the highs up top. Again, I still don't love getting in longs while we're in a premium like I talked about. Still don't love it. So that's why I'm just kind of waiting just to see what we do here. See if we want to bounce off of VWAP. Again, we're about to close on this hourly time frame. 5 minute bearish candle here. So let's see what we do going into this next hour. Okay, strong drop there. Just kind of waiting on either side, right? Do we see an actual displacement of the lows here? Do we see that break of structure? Are we going to see maybe one more push up for buy side? Just waiting to see what happens. Okay, so we're starting to drop a little bit here. So what I want to see is if we're going to get a close below here on the 5 minute or on the 1 minute. We're starting to look very bearish. Again, we just come down and grab sell side. So we're still ranging a lot. So I'm still really just waiting for a real setup here. I just don't. I'd like to see that confirmation on the 5 or the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, you can definitely scalp this market. Okay, we're starting to see that pump now. Alright, so we're just ranging back and forth. Let's see if we want to head up and grab those highs. Maybe see if we're going to grab this buy side here and then reverse back down. Okay, so I mean we're creating these lower highs, lower lows. I mean, looking at the 5 minute here, still just waiting to see if we're actually going to come down and displace this 5 minute order block down here. Or if we're going to come up and grab some buy side, we're still just sitting in the middle of this range. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking to scalp the market, you can definitely look for some small scalps. But really, what I'm looking for is an actual liquidity sweep of the highs at the top of the range before looking to get in. Yeah, so I mean, if I don't see a trade, if I don't see anything I love in the next 15 minutes or so, probably just hop off and wait and see maybe during our lunchtime macro if we're gonna see a nice setup. But again, as long as we're just doing this ranging, not really looking to take a setup. Not unless we grab an actual liquidity level at the top here. So we'll see what happens. No problem. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a big fan of the ranging, guys. Not a big fan of the ranging. I like expansion. I don't like chop. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, this chop right now is literally the worst thing to trade. It's the worst thing to trade. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Exactly. So I'll give it a little bit more time. Um, and if we still don't see anything, you're not gonna see me jump into a trade. Then I'll probably wait until like, maybe look around 910, 920, see if there's any setups. And if there's still nothing, then I won't take any trades today on, you know, for this account. And we'll wait for prop from session to take any trades, see if there's better price action later. Just kind of chilling around VWAP. Some SMT at the lows. ES comes down and sweeps this low over here. And Q stays above. It just doesn't look like we're trying to do much right now. And we get out of this range. So yeah, I mean, right now, only thing I'd be looking for is waiting for us to come up and actually sweep, maybe sweep some buy side liquidity at the top. Come up here, maybe grab these highs. See if we're going to reverse back down to the bottom of the range. Or see if we're going to get displacement of the highs. Today does not look like an expansion day so far. Looks like we're just going to kind of chill in the range. Maybe until this afternoon. Maybe we'll see some kind of expansion later on. I don't expect there to be too much though. So, yeah, I mean, I'll probably just call the session here. Again, I'm completely good with walking away, not taking any trades with this price action right now. Didn't see any A plus setups I love this morning, so I'm not going to take any trades. Right, tomorrow might be a very big day. We might see a lot of reward offered to us tomorrow. So I'd rather preserve my capital now. See if we're gonna get a big setup. And I'll still look for some setups this morning. If I'm gonna take a break from the charts for a little bit, and then I'll come back and see what we're looking like. And then yeah, if I see anything I want to take, any A plus setups, I'll call it out to you under that the Trader Joe call out tab. Just remember, guys, patience is key. You don't need to be taking a bunch of trades. Focus on only taking the best setups you can take. Build that consistency, build that discipline. But yeah, so I mean, we're gonna have education at 9:30. So we'll be back in a little bit, and then we'll finish the day off with our prop firm session. Again, you'll hear from me if I'm gonna take any trades this morning. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy until then. God bless everyone. Appreciate you all. See you for education in about an hour. Gotcha. Alright, guys. Peace.